Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking back at Bitcoin, and most likely for the foreseeable future, we'll be, giving our attention to Bitcoin because of the recent price action. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. Well, today, Bitcoin drops 10%. Yesterday, it closed at a loss of 5.77, round up to 6%. However, it did wick all the way down to the 20-day moving average, which at the time yesterday was 40 47,232. Today it's slightly moved up. It's now 47,782. And here we are when we drop down to 10%, we're right above the 20-day. So it's looking to see that the 20-day is again going to show some temporary support for Bitcoin. And if it's able to bounce off of here, we might see a pretty acute reaction to Bitcoin to the upside, like what we saw here in January. We saw a move of 10% to the upside, followed by another 4.5% move. Ultimately, it did correct even further down, but it shows that if we're able to hold the 20-day as support, we can see some temporary relief. Having said that, if it breaks further down, where are we headed, right? Well, the first I think is after the 20-day. You can use all assortments of moving averages, but I think it's between the 20-day and the 20-week is where it could, it's a big range. I mean, we're talking about from where we are now, okay, to what? To 20 some $1,000. Yeah, 24,000, just under, or sorry, 20, yeah, 26, just under 26. So that's a big drop. That's a very big void. So I would guess, looking at the chart now, we can look at some short-term support and resistance levels, and that would lead me to believe that this band here. So if the first one was the price to the 20-week, that's one range. But if we're able to narrow it down even further, well, we could see within this range here is where we might find our support, if there is any. Using the support that Bitcoin took at the end of January, and or the resistance that Bitcoin had when it came up to 40,000. This could be our support ranges temporarily. However, if this whole range does not hold, right? If this range does not hold, then I would anticipate Bitcoin, at that point, it would be through this band, and we would not be very far away from the 20-week moving average. I mean, if this took a few weeks or a few days of bleeding, then obviously the 20-day would be a lot higher up. Sorry, the 20-week would be a lot higher up. So if we take a range here to the bottom of the band, the for the 20-week moving average to get to the bottom of the band, we're looking at around March, beginning of March. If it's to continue, um, if Bitcoin bleeds but not that much, and we can see the 20-week making contact with the upper resistance band at around, hold on, I have to make this straight, realize that this is not straight, there we go. It would be at about, April 7th is where we would see the 20-week moving average reach the upper support band. So that's a lot of time. And I know it seems like Bitcoin's dropping really quickly. I mean, today was a 10% move. However, we can't really like take what has happened in the past 24 hours and extrapolate it for weeks. And to expect that in this coming week and next week we're just going to drop like a rock. I mean, that's completely possible, and we won't discount that. But um, Bitcoin can bleed slower than that, and it might take a little while until we reach, $40,000 if we go down there, or even down to $29,000 or $30,000. These are things that might take time. I mean, even looking from here, it took Bitcoin from the beginning of January to the end of the month for it to lose $10,000, right? It took a long. It can take a minute. So with Bitcoin now, um, I mean, right now it's just a wait and see kind of thing. To see where Bitcoin goes, does it drop? How quickly does it drop? And right now we might find solace in knowing that the 20-day moving average is being held as support, and we can hope that it holds. But if it doesn't, anticipate further downside action, and finding within. I know it's not, maybe something you don't want to hear, but no one can really anticipate or accurately guess where the support lines are. I mean, you can use a certain moving average. Um, you can use support resistance levels like what I'm doing. But I don't think there isn't a tried and true method of support, especially when Bitcoin's in price discovery. I mean, we are at prices we've never been at before. So how can you say there's support and resistance? There's nothing up here. Anyway, um, that's all for today, you guys. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. It should be interesting week ahead, and also the weeks to come. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.